You either use the internet for fun or you use the internet to grow. You're here to grow. Welcome to TRS Clips. Geopolitically, what's happening now in the Afghanistan region? Is it true that the Taliban is gearing up for a bit of a battle with Pakistan? That's true.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So, I got one thing very, very wrong in my analysis when I came back, and I got one thing very, very right. What I got very, very wrong was thinking that the Afghan army will be able to put up a fight after the Americans left. And, when the government forces collapsed, we were doing satellite analysis. I wasn't wrong in that they probably could have put up a fight. They didn't want to put up a fight. What they do is at the point of contact between the Taliban forces and the army, they would go up to the point of contact, they would abandon their tanks or armored vehicles and without them getting destroyed, and they would just move back. So it was more like they threw the battle than they lost the battle.
Okay.
In
to
most
save their
cases.
lives.
No, there was some kind of an arrangement. There was some kind, because remember when the Taliban took over in 98, they went straight, when they took over Kabul, they went straight for the UN compound, tortured and killed Najibullah, who had been the president for the previous 8-9 years, and then hanged him and his brother. They chopped off his genitals while he was still alive and took him and hanged him in a lamppost outside the UN compound. When they took over Kabul this time, they did nothing of that sort to Hamid Karzai and all those people. Nobody who collaborated, none of the senior leadership who collaborated with the Americans was executed that way.
Where are they kept now?
They're quite free. I don't know them personally, but I know them through very dear friends who are on a first name basis with them. They're kind of free to move around. I mean, they can't just go. It's not exactly you can go abroad, but within Kabul and within Afghanistan, they have freedom to move. So yeah, it was a very weird.
Do you think the Taliban is being funded by other countries?
I think we're funding them now. Largely,
Really?
yeah. A lot of them come. My doctor friends, they all tell me that there's always every week there's a new bunch of Afghan patients who come, where the government picks up the tab for their treatment in Delhi. And that 50% that I got right was that even the Haqqani network, which is as per Indian literature prior to the fall of Kabul last year, was implacably hostile to India and a complete puppet of the Pakistanis and the ISI. And I said very clearly, boss, that's not going to happen. The moment they come to power, they're going to screw Pakistan over. And that's exactly what they do. They're screwing Pakistan over. So there are a lot of the leadership coming to Delhi for medical treatment. And as I understand it, our contacts with them are growing. Remember, for all the criticism of Indian foreign policy, even with the Taliban in power, except for those 2 years in 98, 19, or rather 99, 2000, when the Taliban 1.0 was in power, we have had the best of relationship with the Afghans, right? And it takes a lot to have that to project soft power and goodwill into a country where you have no natural border with.
Okay. It is a case of my enemy's enemy is my friend, right?
Yeah.
It's effectively geopolitics.
It is geopolitics, but it's also ethnicity. See, for them, Pakistan is a hated enemy. You know why? It's not just enmity just like that. There are more Pashtuns in Pakistan than there are in Afghanistan, right? And the way Pakistan sees Kashmir is the way they see the Northwest Frontier Province and North Balochistan.
That
Right.
it's ours. It should be
It's ours. It should have been part of ours. The British illegally annexed it. It should have been given back to us. It has no business being part of Pakistan. So it's also, and look, they've had very good relationships with the Iranians. They've not rocked the boat. The Taliban 1.0 rocked the boat with the Iranians. But Taliban 2.0 hasn't rocked the boat with the Iranians, right? So they get along with everyone except Pakistan. And the Iranians don't have such a good reputation there as the Indians do. With Indians, there's genuine affection. They'll give you, they're poor people. They can't give you much, but they can give you something. So, for example, sheer yak is their form of ice cream. They'll always, almost every Syria place I went to, they'd give me a extra scoop for being in. There'd always be something free just for being in India, which was very touching, because a businessman, to give you something free, it has to come from the heart, because he knows I'm not coming back there. So it's not like he's cultivating a repeat business, whatever.
New clips released at the same time that a podcast releases. This is TRS Clips. Make sure you subscribe.